Alright, so currently we are in a MS Excel sheet. We have here, first we should have now the count function first. So we have here, as you can see on the column A, 12, 34, 56, 78, 90, 12, 34, 56, 78, 90 as our data or our data set. What should we do is to count the total number of our givens, the total count of numbers. So for that to be solved, we can now use the function count. So how to use it? Just first have the equal sign, then count. Okay, click this count, then highlight from A1 up to the A10. Okay, and if that's it, close it with the close parenthesis, then click the enter button. Okay, so it will give you a total of 10, which is a total count of numbers because we have 10 numbers here. Right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the basic use of count. That's how count is used, no, basically. So for this one, we can now have the next functions of count or other way on how we use the count function. So with this data, we have 12, 34, 56, 78, 90, 12, 34, 56, 78, 90, 34, 56, 67, 34, 23, 21, 8, 34, 12, and 11. Okay? So, here, the condition now is count the total number equals and above 40. So, meaning to say, if that number is not equals or not above 40, it should be doesn't include in our count. So, let's try to count the total numbers which is equals to 40 or above the value of 40. Alright, so let's check 12. So this is not actually. Let's try to highlight all those equal and above 40. 34 not. So 56, we have 56 here. 78 and 90. So let's highlight them. We have also 56, 78 and 90 again. Highlight. We have 56, 67, okay, highlight, 34, not, 23, not. Okay, so basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer must be 8. Take note, guys, the answer must be 8. But imagine if we are dealing with hundreds of data, thousands of data, and we should count all the numbers that contains the value of equals or greater than 40, it will be very tedious on our part. That's why we are using different Microsoft Excel functions. And for these conditions, we can now use the function COUNTIF. So I hope you get it. That's the difference of using the functions count and COUNTIF. Okay? So let's try to have COUNTIF again, just like any other functions of MS Excel. For the formula, let's write first the equal sign and write COUNTIF. Okay, so COUNTIF is already here, so let's select it. Then the range, as you can see, it has a guide actually. The range, comma, criteria. So first we should have the range. So for the range, we should highlight this D1 going to E10 for the data to be part of our range. Okay, so next is the comma. So let's write here a comma. Then as you can see, the criteria is now highlighted. Again, let's delete this comma. So if we put the comma, it will now be highlighted. The MS Excel is now telling you that you should now put a criteria on what criteria should the MS Excel should count. Okay, I hope you get it. So let's have here apostrophe. Apostrophe is always needed if we are having a criteria for the MS Excel to count. So our condition again is equals or above 40. So apostrophe greater than symbol and equal. So this is actually greater than or equals to 40. Then close it with apostrophe again. Okay? Take note of that. And close the total formula, close all of these formulas. Since we have the open parenthesis here, we should now have here the close parenthesis. Okay? So let's try to enter this formula. Upon entering, the answer must be 8. Okay? So let's try to enter and... Uy! Alright, so it now becomes 8. I hope you get it. That is now the COUNTIF function. I hope that's clear, my friends. Okay? So another COUNTIF practice for us. I have prepared here a set of data which is all about the fruits, types of fruits, and numbers. Guys, it is actually necessary for us to have a same, like the same typing of letters and words in our data sheets. Like for this one, apples with S. If you have here apples with S, so if you're going to repeat that word, it should also have S. And if this one is uncapitalized, this should be uncapitalized too. No, so I hope you get it. Now the condition is that we should count if for the first condition we should count apples. The answer is 2. So here on this activity, the answer is already given. What we should do is to provide the exact formula on how to do it. Okay, so count if apples 2. Why 2? Because we have 1 and 2. So the answer must be 2. Okay, so let's have the formula equals count if. Okay, so count if. Let's highlight this from I2 going to I5. Then as you can see on our guide here, we should input now comma. Then criteria. For the criteria, what we should input here is not the greater than or equals 40 like conditions before. So we should put here apples. I hope you get it. Now, apples, then close it with a parenthesis and close, a apostrophe and close it with close parenthesis. So upon entering, the answer must be 2. Okay, so meaning we are correct. Okay, let's try to delete the letter S. So let's try to have apple only. Take a look of this, guys. The answer will be 0. Okay, so the answer will be 0 because apples is not equals to apple without S. So you should be careful with that. Okay, so let's back the letter S. Okay, 2. Next, count if peaches. Okay, so the answer must be 1 since we have here only 1 peaches. Okay, so let's have count if. Highlight this I2 going to I5, comma, apostrophe and peaches. Again, take note of the spelling. Apostrophe again and closing parenthesis. Okay, so it will be now 1. I hope you get it, my friends. Next condition, we should now count oranges and apples. Okay, so we have here apples, so 1. Oranges is included, so 2. Peaches, does peaches is included? No. So 2. We have apples. Here we have apples and that is included in our condition. So 3. The answer must be 3. Alright? So next, let's have now our proper formula on how to find the answer, which is actually that the answer must be 3 based on our condition. Okay, so let's have equals, then count if, highlight highlight I2 going to I5. Criteria, first is we have oranges. Okay, and close it with close parenthesis. So this will only count how many oranges are there in the types of fruits, and that is actually 1. Now, since our condition is oranges, the total number of oranges and apples, we should have our mathematical operator, which is already tackled before in our previous video, which is plus. Okay, so plus, count if, highlight again, I2 going to I5, then comma, then your criteria. Our criteria now will be apples. Okay, meaning it will now count all the apples under the types of fruits. Okay, so apostrophe and close it with closing parenthesis. So the answer must be 3 upon entering. Let's try to enter. Okay, so 3. Okay, meaning we are correct. I hope you get it, guys. So now let's have here next function. Count if value greater than 55. The answer is 2. Because as you can see, we have here 32 is greater than 55. No. 54, no. 75, yes. And 86, yes. So 75 and 86 will be counted. That's why the answer must be 2. So for us to be able to have the formula for that, let's have equals count if. So count if, highlight these numbers, comma, apostrophe, greater than 55. So 55. And apostrophe again, close it with closing parenthesis, then enter. It will now give us a value of 2. I hope you get it, my friends. Next, we have the value not equal to 75. By the way, not equal, the symbol of not equal in Microsoft Excel is actually less than and greater than. So when you see it, this is actually indicating not equals. Okay? So let's have equal count if, then highlight the numbers, then comma. Again, our criteria is not equals to 75. So less than and greater than 75. Okay? And apostrophe, close it with closing parenthesis. The answer must be 3 because we have 75 here. So the numbers that will be counted is just the 32, the 54, and the 86, which is total of 3 numbers. Okay, so let's try to enter, and that will be 3. Okay, meaning we are again correct. Okay, next. For the last condition, it says here that we should count the value greater than or equals to 32. So what are the values greater than or equals to 32? Is 32 greater than or equals to 32? Absolutely yes. So this will be counted. How about 54? Yes, greater than 32. 75 and 86 are greater than 32. 2. So meaning to say the answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 4 as also indicated here. So let's try to have the formula. Again, let's have equal count if. So let's have here count if, then highlight the numbers from J2 going to J5 cell. And let's have now the comma based on our guide here. Then apostrophe, the condition is greater than or equals 32. Okay, so apostrophe again, then close it with closing parenthesis. Upon entering, the answer must be 4. Yeah, alright. So let's try to click the button enter. Enter. Okay, so 4. Meaning to say we are again correct. Alright, so that sums up our video tutorial for this topic. I hope you get the difference between the count function and the count if function, my friends, and I hope you'll be able to use this sooner or later when you are working on your own data set using Microsoft Excel. Okay, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more related contents. If you learn something from this video, please share this with your friends. Okay, so thank you again for watching this video, my friends, and keep safe always. See you on our next upload. Bye-bye.